I think that a lot of times some of the barriers are internal. Some of the barriers are historical fears about what it means to be outdoors. I have one mom, she hates bugs. So she grew up her son hating bugs. So now this 16-year-old young man doesn't like bugs because his mom said bugs are going to kill us. We're going to kill the bugs. So I'm like, he'll be fine. We have spray. Like, you know? It's not a problem, you know? And so the challenge is, if we have to help the young people get ready to take on the challenge, we got to help the parents because they're the ones giving the permission. And so we got to help our parents relax and know that we're going to take care of them. And so I think that's been some of the challenge. And then I think funding, you know, like, you know, even if I want to take youth outdoors and, you know, before I heard about Baldwin, I had access to gear. But even once you got access to gear, now I got to get the gear to the place. So, I mean, like, if I'm going to get you there, I got gear. How do I get you and the gear to now the place? So now I got to get vans, I got to rent vans, I got to find a bus, I got to, all the other things that go into trying to create the opportunity. And so I think there's lots of layers. I don't know if there's any one answer, but for us, you know, we've just pushed through it. We've just pushed through it to figure out how do we, if we're going to go, what are all the things that are going to get in our way, and just trying to, you know, chop them off as quickly as possible.
One question that gets brought up a lot is, I don't actually know if I can do this. And I'm like, what is it that you feel like you can't do? And they're like, I don't know if I can eat dehydrated foods for 5 days and hike 16 miles a day. I don't have all the gear. I don't have all this stuff. And so I think it's about sort of redefining what being in the outdoors and the wilderness is, and telling people that it's totally up to you. It's up to the group to decide what our ability as a group is. Like today, we may just hike 3 or 4 miles to get there, and then spend a whole day off soaking our feet in an outdoor foot spa. Like, we're gonna make bomb ass food the whole time, you know, because we've worked for it, and we're gonna have incredible food. So I think it's, a lot of it is just sort of, I think people have a mental idea of what it means to be an outdoorsy person, and is giving people the space to really redefine what that means for ourselves.
I think I also want to respond to that and saying that redefining what we say is outdoors, because your neighborhood parks can be outdoors and transportation might not be a barrier, but stepping out a few blocks away, if it doesn't feel safe at first, can be. If that definition is included, that the parks with the playgrounds are also my outdoors, then we don't have to go into a national park or somewhere far. But thinking of it that way, a lot of folks can't drive or don't have the resources to. But you know, Oakland and the East Bay has a wealth of different kinds of parks, accessible through bus lines and things. So we're defining, you know, wilderness, so to speak.